Hey everyone, welcome to part 13 of Jira Duty. We are so close to the end here. This one and tomorrow, and we are done with our Jira duties. I am so excited for this. Before we get into it, you all know what this is all about. Basically, we're going to be in the Atlassian community answering your community questions, and a special shout out to my good friends over at Resolution. They make all of this possible. They have some really cool merch. They gave me this awesome jacket. And most importantly, check out that link in the description down below, because they don't have just one or two or three, but they have a multitude of apps for the Atlassian Marketplace. So go check them out, because you might find something that you are missing out on. And there's only one way to find out by checking out that link down in the description down below. All right, with that said, let's just get into it. We're going to share our screen and jump into the Atlassian community. And if you're new around here, basically what we do is we go to community.atlassian.com and we take a look at questions and we try to answer them or try to make sense of them. Sometimes a little bit of both, sometimes a little bit of nothing. We are going to be doing this for the next hour here and just have a little bit of fun. Sometimes my friends join, sometimes they don't. Not sure what today is going to bring for us, but hopefully somebody comes. It's usually more fun when somebody else comes. We are going to just jump into it and see what we got going on. All right, here we go. We are going to just start at the top. Again, these are not scripted. These are not pre-selected. They're just whatever's out there right now. That's what we're going to be working off of. And so let's start with the very first question. All right, question number 1. Has work management calendar behavior changed to be paginated? Did the way the calendar work change, or is there a setting somewhere that controls how the calendar behaves? Or has it always behaved this way and user never encountered the scenario with that many issues before? Note, I have not worked with team managed or even work management projects, so I'm taking the user's word that the behavior is different. One of our team managed project users contacted me regarding a changing behavior with the calendar on the project. She said that prior 2 to 3 weeks ago, when she went to the calendar, it showed all the issues in one calendar page, but the calendar is now showing paginated results with odd results on 2 different pages. She mentions that if there were many more issues that could be viewed on a particular day, it would have the link showing how many were not visible, but at least all the results were on one calendar page. Now the calendar only shows 1 to 50 of n issues and 1 of n pages at the bottom right. Wow, this is making my head remind me of like middle school math. And the first page may show 1 issue on a certain date, and the next page shows a different issue. This creates a chance for users and easily see the total number of issues from a specific date. So let's look at some details here. Oh, look, I'm right here. Jira for Marketers, 4-part series coming soon. Definitely sign up if you haven't signed up. This is a free course, going to be launching in a couple of weeks. I'm very excited for it. All right, so here's the thing that we got. So October 7th, the first calendar page doesn't show any issues on October 7th. The second calendar page shows issues on October 7th. What do we got going on here? So we have a lot of issues. We have October 7th. Where's October 7th? 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so there's 1 issue crossed out. And then we go down to the second screenshot. And on October 7th, we have the same issue crossed out. Okay, I don't see the first calendar page doesn't show any issues on October 7th. I see here. All right, these screenshots are a little hard to see. Hey, Sean, how are you? I think I'm playing solo for now. Trudy was supposed to show up, but she's going on vacation and she said she couldn't show up anymore. So hopefully that also means she's not answering questions. All right, I'm trying to understand. This picture's a little hard to see, but basically an issue shows up on one day and then it doesn't show up on another day, and we're trying to figure out what happened there. It looks like it's the exact same project, but for some reason they changed pages. So I guess they have too many issues and the issues don't all show on the same page. Okay, so I'm starting to understand this. Okay. So somehow there's like a view. There's some sort of a view in Jira that is basically we have a lot of issues. So we might have to go and create a bunch of issues to create this, right? Because essentially what they're saying is that if you have over 50 issues, it starts paginating on you. And for some reason on page 1 it won't show any issues, but then if you go to page 2 it will. And this particular user is just asking like, hey, is this really a thing? And so let's go and explore this. This is not something that I've looked into before either. I can never spell the name of my Jira or my company, which is sad. Shouldn't be that way, right? Okay. Let's go to the calendar view and let's see if the company managed one does it. So how many issues do I have in here? I may just have to create a bunch of issues. Oh boy. The problem is going to be, you have to create a lot of issues there. I wish there was like a way to sometimes create a bunch of issues all at the same time in Jira. I think that'd be kind of cool. Hey, how are you? Let me know if you wanted to join. I know you were interested in joining one of these. I don't know if you wanted to do today or tomorrow, but I can definitely send you the link if you're interested in joining. Okay, I have not seen this behavior before. Tell Robo to create them. I should tell Robo. I'm gonna bake a bunch of. Let me just. Well, can I just setting the due date so it's gonna be hard. Test 1, test 2. All right, we're just gonna cheat. We're just gonna make a bunch of issues. Oh boy. Okay, I did something that I shouldn't have done. I think I might have broken Jira. Ronnie, we can break it easier than you think we can. Hopefully that's 50 issues. How many are in this epic here? Now the problem is they all need a due date. That's the problem. Okay. Let's go through each one and put it. I don't think that's 50 still. I think I need to make more. Let's just make a few more here. That should be 50, right? Sounds good. Okay. So I think I got 50 issues. Now we just got to put a bunch of due dates on these things. Well, actually, let's go look. Well, yeah, I guess they all need a due date. So I'm going to pin the due date to the top so that I don't get lost with these, because I'm going to have to set up a lot of due dates. Let me unpin the sprint. Lots of due dates are being set. Anybody know any funny stories that they want to share? Well, this is definitely worth too much, but I'm kind of curious what the behavior is and see if it actually does this or not. I've never seen a team with that. Well, I would expect that a team should have more than 50 issues, but I've never really seen it in action, mainly because I also don't use the calendar view all that much. I'm not a big fan, but I know some people swear by it, so I'm just trying to see what's up here. Uh-oh, I think I skipped one. I think I'm skipping a lot now. Oh boy, clicking this, there should be a rover for this. This is one application where, what are we trying to achieve? Oh yeah, so let me catch you up and show you the question here. So basically, in a calendar view, if you have over 50 issues, it gets paginated, and when you're paginated, for some reason, like if the issue, I guess based on how they do their ordering, if the issue is not on that first 50, it doesn't show you the issue. But if you go to page 2, then the issue shows up instead of just showing you all the issues. So the user's basically wondering, is the calendar view paginated? And I just don't know because I don't have enough issues. Bring in Sean. Thank you for that advice. And it doesn't look like it's doing it because I'm seeing like 120 issues unscheduled here. I'm just putting these in. The company, so I don't think that this is a company managed problem. So let's go to a team managed one and see if we can reproduce the same phenomenon. Legal team, calendar view. Oops, sorry. I'm on mute. Nobody tells me that I'm on mute. All right. Due date versus end date. We have a plan allowing users to edit the due date field. When an initiative reaches a milestone, the due date is stored in the end date field. So we have a baseline to compare against when the due is okay. So when we have a plan, when an initiative reaches a milestone, the due date is stored in the end date field. So we have a baseline to compare against. Okay. Doing a search for updated issue, the dates are different. The end date appears to be 5 hours behind, presumably adjusted to CST. I think it's because of the difference between date and time, date-time fields. So I'm trying to apply add hours function and even cloud. Ooh. Well, I don't understand what the question is. We have a plan. When an initiative, the due date is stored in the end date. Okay. Then okay, so I think it's just an automation that's trying to set the date. I don't know what they want to do here either. Doing a search for updated issue, the dates are different. The end date appears to be 5 hours behind, presumably to adjust to CST. I assume this is because I'm not really sure what the question is in this one. Interesting. Okay. What do y'all think here? Should we put a question? Because I'm not really. I think what they're trying to say is like, how do we copy the due date to the end date? But that should just be the due date. Like they should just put the due date in there, and that should copy it over. But I don't think that's. I didn't see an actual question in this one. Let's see. None of these are looking good. Okay. Here we go. Let's look at this one. Man, these are not easy today. And nobody decided to come and join me today. I'm flying solo. How can I pre-populate the start and end date of a subtask? Let me also get my lights on because this is getting a little dark in here. Oh, that's too bright. That's brighter. Okay. Okay. I want to be able to enter the start date for story A and have the start date become the start date of subtask A within story A. Then the end date for subtask A will automatically be set to 1 month after the start date. The end date for subtask A will automatically become the start date for subtask B. And then the start date for subtask B will be the end date of subtask B. Essentially, I want to be able to set one start date for story A and see a predicted timeline for the rest. Wow. Then if I change any of the start or end dates within a chain of subtasks in story A, the following subtask should still automatically shift. Ooh, I don't know that you can do this. This is interesting. Let's see what Trudy says. Even though Trudy said she was busy 32 minutes ago, she wasn't. Okay. You can do the following automation rules. The first thing you have to figure out is how Jira will be able to look at the subtasks. Sean. If you want, it's all up to you. I can drop a link here and see what we got. I know you like heckling from the behind the scenes, so hey, and there's Sarah. Maybe Sarah's gonna join. Let me get Sarah the link too, because Sarah doesn't usually get the links. All right, so the first thing you have to figure out is how Jira will be able to look at the subtasks and determine their order. Will you be using generic issue linking? I wrote a community article on how to update the date depending. This is an interesting one. I've never seen that one. This does not cover the scenario of needing to automatically initialize the dates on the first subtask, nor using it to iterate. For the initialization scenario, which you are triggering by sending the date. Wow, this is a very thorough. In my reply, Trudy puts in a lot of details here. I think this one has enough already on there. So I'm just gonna upvote Trudy's thing here and call that one a day because this one's gonna take a while. But I am very interested in this one. This is a post that she put, and it's a very recent post, and it's something that I'm very interested in. This is one of the things that I wish Jira did better. Mr. Oldman.
All right. We make a catch up to see which one we're doing here.
So I was looking at the updating the dependence. Oops. This individual wants to pre-populate the start and end date of a task, but then they want to be able to have the dates get pushed out as dates get moved.
I think I answered this one today.
Did you?
Am I below Trudy?
I see Aaron, but not you anywhere.
No, that one's me.
Aaron?
No, I'm not Aaron. He also uses dark mode. I answered a very similar one today.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna bookmark this one though because this is a common question and I'm gonna want to create a YouTube video on it. Are you beating up your camera?
I am. I'm on an old laptop that I keep upstairs.
Let's look at this next one. All right. Create subtests across team managed projects using a single global automation rule. My org uses team managed projects, so various teams customize issues and workflows. However, all teams want and need the ability to request feedback on their work. We currently have a global custom field called reviewer for the reporter to specify who the heck are you doing?
I lost my camera.
Let me know when you come back with the camera. Or you don't need the camera.
Yeah, I just leave the camera broken.
Okay. Cool. So can you at least see my screen?
Yeah.
All right. So let me zoom in just a little bit because sometimes it's harder to see on the screen. All right. So we got a person who they're using a team managed project. All teams want and need the ability to request feedback on their work. And we currently have a global custom field called reviewers for the report to specify users who should monitor the work. Basically, the watcher. Each project has an automation rule to assign a separate reviewer X subtask to each reviewer user given a transition. This works well except the administrative overhead of ensuring consistency across 30 separate rules. I would prefer a single global rule. I think that was my bad. Oopsie. I clicked the wrong button. That made my screen go away. I would prefer a single global rule that applies to all projects, but team managed projects have distinct issue type ID for subtasks. And try looking up. So why doesn't he just move to a company managed project and not have that problem?
Yeah.
Bill Shaboy says, I recall open suggestions about such needs, and those no doubt led to the recent feature to share global fields with team managed, but that does not help for issue types. One possible workaround is to not use the create issue action in your global rule. Instead, use a send request. Wow. This gets a little bit more complex, but let's upvote Bill's answer. Basically, what they're trying to do is not, it looks like it's not feasible in a team managed project. So that's mistake number one.
Yeah.
I'll just have them go do it in a company managed project. Oh, Sarah, you're here. Sorry.
Hi.
You all can't add yourselves. Bob and Rodney spoiled me because they can always just come in and out at their will.
Exactly.
But those two just, I don't know. They get lost in something some days. All right, let's see. We got a Jira automation rule to sum story points to an epic. I'm following an article on how to create. So far, we struck out. We're like 0 for 4 right now. So. And then, Sarah, have you met the old man?
No, I was so excited when I heard you invite him, and I'm like, excellent. I'm gonna go see him, and now he's all no camera.
Well, let's see if it's working. Nah.
But hello. I like that. It's almost like a filter fade in or something.
If he had a Mac, it wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Say it's purposeful. You're totally doing that on
my
purpose.
old travel laptop that I have had for like 10 years.
How many times did TSA throw that one through the ringer?
Oh, there, that's better.
Don't move.
See how long that
Just stay still. All right. Let's see if we can sum up an automation rule for adding story points to an epic.
Well, you know what? I just found one that's automation rule to sum up total story points in an initiative. So I'm going to look over that and then share it.
So this
Probably a
one
good one.
also looks familiar.
Well, it's interesting that they're looking at how to do the rule already too. So
Yeah.
somehow they're missing something. This looks like an on-premise version too, not a cloud.
Yeah, this is like an FAQ, man. It's been asked
Yours
many,
truly.
many times.
When the story points are not being so. In the on-premise, they still have Epic Link?
Well, they can. It depends on what plugins they have too.
Because we just have parent. So you go to the parent.
Oh, wait. I haven't seen that rule, but is it adding it to that field itself?
I feel like this is an overly complex way of doing this. I feel like I've done it differently. Should we go try it and build an automation rule?
Sure.
All right, let's do something productive since we haven't done anything productive in 22 minutes. All right, I'm gonna make an automation rule to sum up story points.
Oh, I thought the rule they were looking at looked pretty straightforward.
It's not finding the parent.
Gotcha.
So let's see. How do we like? Well, let me open it.
Yeah, because that one was issue.epic.key.
I like how they're referencing cloud only documentation, but they're not doing this in the cloud.
Right.
That's always fun. So that's the rule. When any changes, got it. If should type equals story. All right, so we'll do an if condition. Issue type equals story. I didn't use Jira at all this weekend, and it just looks weird to me. And then I'm gonna look up, but when I look up, see, I don't want to do that lookup. I'm just gonna. Oops, not that one. Definitely not that one. I'm gonna do this one because you just want to find the parent, no?
No, but you have to go up to the parent to find all the other ones, right?
Yeah.
So if you start here down at a story level, then you say, I need to go find the epic so that then I can go find all its related items. So you want to find all the things, right? So that's why I think why you have to do the lookup.
Okay. So then let's do the lookup. How the hell do I do a lookup?
Lookup.
That's a then. Okay. No, I forgot if it was a then or.
It's an action.
Yeah. Well, I know it's an action, but what kind of action?
Sorry. Well, it's not lookup objects.
But that's so now that's kind of where I have the problem though, because do we even have Epic Link anymore?
Well, right, because part of that documentation is slightly outdated, right? So you just want to use issue.parent. Mm-hmm.
Does that work?
Ought to.
Ought to.
According to the rules, right? According to what they said when they were going to convert all of that over, there was nothing you were going to need to do. They were automatically going to do all of that.
All right, let's grab issues from MOBL. And the heck am I looking for? An Epic Link, but we don't have an Epic Link anymore. Do we just like parent?
Even just parent.
But how do you can't just do and parent.
Wait, no, you're looking up issues where like the key, where it equals the
Aren't you trying to find the epic of the
story, search for issues using JQL where project equals blank and parent equals smart value parent, right? Or smart value parent.key.
Sean, are you as confused as I am?
Yeah.
Okay. So is it when it changes on a story, they want to go update the epic?
Oh, right. Yeah.
Okay. So that's why we want to look for anything where the parent is the same as my parent, right? I want to go find all my siblings.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to go find where the parent equals like issue. If you want to do issue.parent.
That's what I was thinking, right? Yeah. But
Yeah.
she doesn't like this.
Who doesn't like it?
Jira.
Did you say she?
She's my she.
Are you going to start doing those things like she cute? Are you going to start doing that? Because they do that on all my cooking shows right now, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I haven't heard that before. Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know about that, but I mean, my cars are all she's. Everything.
Okay. Like Planet Express.
Everything in my life is a she, except for me.
Except for maybe your son, but baby.
Oh, except for my 2 boys and me.
So what do you have? You go project equals your project, and parent equals.
But it's not liking this parent.
What do you mean it's not liking it? In what way?
It won't validate the query. It's not
right, because it can't validate queries when you're using smart values.
So just hit next and pray for the best.
Yes.
I love trust in the system. Okay. So we looked them up. So I theoretically found the parent.
Yes.
Now what do we do? According to this.
And then you're going to create the variable.
Okay.
For the sum, and then your smart value is going to be your lookup issues.storypoints.sum. And I say, because I have tried to validate that query 1,000 times in the past and been frustrated. And then finally I'm like, oh, it's because it doesn't know, right? Because it hasn't been given anything. It doesn't know what issues parent to look up, so it can't validate it.
Did I get that right? Is lookup issues.
.storypoints.sum.
I gotta capitalize the I.
Yeah.
.storypoints .sum. Okay. And then
you're going to edit your issue, but you could do it just for the audit log too now, right?
But now it's looking up the. Don't I gotta go? Don't break into Sean's house, folks. Not advisable.
Right?
You want me to mute you, or are you looking for the mute button? There you go. It's on your little picture, right? Yeah. It's just, so when you want to unmute yourself, just click on your little mute button there.
Come back.
See, I would think that you want to do this though. No.
Wait, you want to update? You want to update the parent. Your branches, you're going to go update the parent.
But how does it know to go down to the rest of the stories?
Okay. Because we've already collected it for all of the stories. So what we need to do is populate the sum of all of those stories.
Oh, I see. Because so we looked up every issue. Yeah, the lookup is finding every story that has the same parent.
Yes.
And then we're based on that lookup, we're gonna sum them up. Okay, so now we just want to update the epic.
The parent, right? So in this case, it's the parent. Yep.
Because we don't have epics anymore.
Exactly. So for parent, now you're going to go edit. Stop there. Stop there. Or
not, because this one's going away.
See. Parent. Yep. And then edit that issue or field. Come back, Sean.
Sean's dealing with the crisis. And then here we put sum, no? Or
and then sum, or whatever you called your variable.
Yeah. Next.
How come you didn't call it she? Her.
She sum.
Her points.
Wait, if we were to personify Jira, I don't know.
There's a question. I think we've got a new question, right?
What if you were to personify Jira? No, because that opens up a whole can of worms. I don't even want to go down that path.
It does.
Everything in my life.
Is it D, Dare, or Das Jira? I'm curious.
My wife's always like half confused if she thinks I'm cheating on her or something, but I'm like, I'm just talking about like my pool table or something. Personification. I've always it's always interesting. I think you can always kind of tell if it's a male or female author when you're reading something, because like I'll always use like he. But so
Right.
I went to a junior high today to teach them something, and I'm like, holy moly, boy, have the times changed since I was last in these seats.
Probably the times have changed in like 5 minutes. As
It's only been
often as
20
Jira changes, so do the times.
It's only been 23 years since I changed, since I was in those seats, and it's been so different. Okay, so let's go test this out. So we're gonna go to our mobile. We have an Epic. We have an Epic right here. Mobile 6. It's got a crap ton of stories.
Excellent. Does it have story points?
2 of them do.
Excellent. That's all we need is 2.
Okay, and then but this one, I'm trying to see how many story points this particular. Okay, so this Epic does not have any story points. I'm gonna update one of the children, and so right now we have 5. So I'm gonna add 5 to the other one. We should get 10.
Excellent. Now watch you not have story points. Oh, well, now you just added 10, so now you're gonna have 15. So don't screw yourself up. You're gonna be like, why is it that?
Let me go down to the bottom, refresh my screen. While this is going, I want to remind you that this episode is indeed sponsored by my good friends over at Resolution, who, I don't know if you heard, Sarah, they're going on a Beyond Team 24 Europe tour.
Nice. Their one after the US one was great. So
yeah, they stopped by your place, right?
They did. I got to meet them. They were so fun.
So they're doing it again, but now they're going in Europe.
Yeah. So if you're watching in Europe, highly recommend. 5 stars. Go see them. Although I'm still waiting for my tour short. I was hoping to get like one of their, some of their merch. I know.
I don't know why, but it works.
Send them a link where I'm on one of these and say, hey.
You just gotta do the
Send her some swag.
Back.
Did we update? Your story
it did not
points
work.
are still 0.
How we feeling, Sean? Any better?
Oops, you're still muted though, friend.
I can't unmute him. Only he can unmute himself.
Oh,
right.
There you go.
My automation rule failed catastrophically.
So let's go check the audit log. It's going to say success though, don't you? It's totes going to tell you success.
It better not. Watch me not save it again.
Oh my God, right.
Success. What happened?
I knew it would say success.
So we're basically having the problem the guy had.
So go in and hit the audit log, those. Make sure it's actually summing them up first, right? So before we go out there, go back into your rule details. Rule details. Now, after you do the and create variable, put in log. You're going to log.
Before the branch?
What?
Before the branch or after the branch?
Yeah, just before. I like it before. Log action. Put in your sum. No, just or yeah. I'm sorry. I'm telling you what you already know. I'm like, put it in some damn curly brackets.
All right, let's try it again. Okay. We're going to add. Sarah's always in the right. Because it's in her name.
Exactly.
Sarah's like.
I do always joke that I said I wasn't going to get married. I had to find the right one. I took it literally.
Oh, that is classic.
Right? Like it had to be that obvious. I don't deal with ambiguity.
What log? It comes up in this audit log, right?
You bet.
So where are we at? So we got 2. All it did was it didn't look up the issues. It found all these issues.
Okay. Here's the thing. I got to get my screen a heck of a lot bigger over here.
For the older people in the room. I shouldn't make fun of my co-host.
It's small when it comes through. It's not just me. All right, take me back to your rule details.
Okay. Now I'm
And
choosing.
take me to the variable.
Here's the variable. Look up issues dot story points dot sub. This should work, no? If I go and click on the documentation we're referencing, I can double check the spelling. But it does work though, because it is finding the issue. So if you look at the audit log,
Yeah.
right, it did go and find the issues, but for some reason it's not summing them up. So the lookup part of it worked.
Why is it only 2 points though?
And 2 points, to be clear, was what I put
Oh,
in
wait.
the.
Are they all stories?
Wait.
Sorry. Yep. Okay, they're all stories.
No,
Throw this
they
in. Get out of your Jira Advanced Roadmaps timeline, or get out of your timeline, and let's just go look at it in a list view where we can see the story point. Okay.
No, but it did work, because look, I mean, it didn't work exactly, but it did update. It put this value. It just didn't sum through all of them up.
They all have values?
Not all of them, but these, they should put 10, 15, 16, it should have been 17.
Okay.
But it did put the late. So let me try it again. And let me put 50 on this one and see what it does. Big number. I'm going to go back to the Epic because Sarah doesn't like to be in my timeline view.
Better.
Haters going to hate.
Mm-hmm.
852. So now it's working. Now it's doing it off the new ones, but not any of the existing ones.
What do you mean off the new ones? Well, it can only do it because your triggers when something changes.
Yeah, but it only added up the 2 and the 50, but it didn't do the existing 15 that were already.
What's he triggering? Is he triggering on the story or the?
I'm triggering off of a story, but it's supposed to go look up all. You know what the problem might be? I think I know what the problem is. I've run into this problem before. In case y'all didn't know, it's right here in the here's the shortcut. The lookup issues has a limit of 100.
100.
And so it is possible. It is very possible that, because I have 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 89, 100. I have exactly 100 issues though.
Crazy.
But it is possible that it's just not finding those 2 or 3 issues that.
Okay, but that time it did give you the sum 52.
Right, but I just think because all the other issues. Let's try it with the new one that doesn't have 1,000 issues. Wait, I want to stay here because earlier I was playing around and I made like 1,000. So here's one with no points. I'm gonna open it up full screen for Sarah.
Thank you.
Okay, and so we're gonna
Can
put
we
a
put
number.
Story points in there now? That's
yeah,
nice.
We can do it in line. It's new.
Is it relatively new? Okay, because I'm like,
inline editing is like a new feature here
with child issues, but not with linked.
Yeah, I've never tried linked.
I think it's not. We'll answer that question later. So, child
Here's
issues
a 5.
a lot
So
more
5 is
love.
good. We're gonna do 5 more. So the $1 million question then is really going to be to answer this particular question for this particular user is, and it's working. So this is great.
Yeah,
so
your automation should have ran twice now.
Yeah, so the reason why it's not working for them then is going to be, do they have?
And right, they might not have lookup issues over in data center.
No, they definitely do, but I don't know if they have the parent. I don't know if they have the parent one because we ended up using the Epic. The parent instead of issue.parent.key.
Yep.
So I'm gonna drop this screenshot here and tell them like, try this. Let's see what they say. I want to answer a question. Oh, of course. Oh, I'm like, by the time we do this. Oh, look, Sean was in here.
I thought this looked familiar.
Sean, you could have just said something.
I was finding out why my dogs were all freaking out.
Okay, so I'm gonna just reply. What's this person's name? Harsha.
Yeah, I see parent and branch rule related issues for a data center.
So this parent?
I see parent finds the parent issue of the subtasks. Oh, of the subtask though. But it also does have epic parent, and I got no warning on that. So I think it has it. I just don't work in the data center anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. Thankfully.
I can if I have to, but I just don't have to right now. So my muscle memory is leaving me. Well, now I got to read what Sean said.
I think I posted before the guy added screenshots to his.
Yeah, and I just posted them with my answer that works. Thanks to Sarah.
Thanks down. All of us. Did I earn a T-shirt yet? That's what you got to ask Resolution.
I know. I do. I will ask on your behalf. I will definitely ask. Compass inside of Jira is now listing services in addition to components. That's what it's supposed to do.
Because all services are components except for business services.
I'm just curious what's in this one. Because I don't use Compass that much. At least in most of my teams I work with aren't on Compass yet. So the first thing I do is always switch back to regular components.
Yep. I know. And have you done this yet, Sean? Because I haven't set this up yet.
Components and Compass? No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't played with it yet.
Because I have a book.
Yeah.
Like,
so you did do it. Yeah. I got to get to what chapter? What chapter do I need to get to?
Like 11.
So by the way, this weekend my brother was in town, and he was like, one of the guys who went to become a computer engineer back in the 80s, right? And then he's like into AI right now. Anyway, and he's talking to me, and then he goes, well, you know what a cookbook is, right? And I'm like, indeed I do. And I showed him your cookbook. So I was like, I do know what a cookbook is in the way you were talking about it, dear brother.
So when we wrote that book, we originally didn't have it as a cookbook. But as we were going through the steps, our publisher was like, wait, this looks like a cookbook. And then we ended up redoing it. And so they apparently thought it was a cookbook.
No, it's a
cookbook. But the template is just, the only thing that changed was the template. And it was really annoying because the numbering was really wonky. Like you couldn't have regular chapter headers.
Oh.
And it had to be step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then you start a new header. You'd have step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for that new header section.
Preheat the Jira to 475. Mix in a sprinkle of story points.
We should do a little holiday Jira cookie.
That would be awesome. We'll publish a public Jira just with all, where an initiative could be a whole meal. I did that with one of my companies when we were training. We were doing potlucks. So our initiatives were, to have fun at the company. And then our epics was about a potluck. And then each team was a story of the dish that they were bringing. And then the subtasks of things that they needed in order to create the dish and bring it to the potluck. Whatever works, man. I've lost Alex. He's tuned out. He's like, I gotta go find things.
No. I used to teach Jira for Scrum Masters, and to teach people how epics and stories all worked, I did a Thanksgiving dinner. So very similar to what you just described, but
see,
because you can do iterations and sprints on an assignment because everybody does a little something. Yes. It was a fun little way to teach people Scrum, and also it was around Thanksgiving.
I love it. And by the way, I tried to explain that was this helpful and how funny we thought that was. And it turns out you can't tell somebody how funny that was because they're like, what? With the pop-up screen.
What did they say? If you got to explain the joke, it wasn't that funny.
Exactly. I'm like, because it was a pop-up screen. And we told them the pop-up screen wasn't helpful. And they're like, that's not funny, Sarah. Like, no, it's hilarious. Look at me. I'm laughing so hard again. Oh, wait, does that say when Sarah is unstable? How to get on a project?
I was just trying to get back to the question here.
What does he mean by unstable?
I tried signing in a new project to which I invited. However, my page is currently refreshing. There's a video.
He's got a video.
Oh.
That's amazing.
Is it a Loom video?
This happens. Oh man, that's a bad day, isn't it?
Problem. Tell them to try a different browser.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Have you tried turning it on and off? Have you tried going incognito?
Yeah. I'm sure someone already asked him that.
All right, I gotta let it cut out.
But we'll try another browser. You think I feel like I've seen this before. What would cause this behavior?
Have you tried logging out and logging back in?
Well, the only thing I can think of is that in the people section of this project, they're not in it.
I feel like you did something potentially on the main panel, though.
Is he on a Mac?
Judging by the rounded corners, probably.
Yeah. You should try a Windows machine.
You're so mean. All right. I'm gonna write. I would check 3 things. Number 1, a different browser. Number 2, make sure you have a Jira license. admin.atlassian.com. 3, make sure you have the browse permission under project settings, people /permissions. I don't think they were added to the project because I've had the problem where as an admin, even though I have all the licenses, I can only get to the project settings. But that's weird. Like I think that one. I think it's just. I think the right answer is 3. They just don't have the browse permission. All right, on to the next one. Connect Azure AD with Jira. This should be fun.
That should be relatively.
I need some help.
Straightforward.
I want to connect. Yeah, so all you got to do. Let's upvote this one. Well, let's see if this is the right documentation. Nope, there's a marketplace app. Ooh. But my good friends. Oh, look at this. It's my own people. Wait, but are they on? But did they? I thought their stuff was not for. Okay, because Vikram doesn't work for them. So, yeah.
We said good friends, I think. Or no, you said good friends. I'm hearing and reading.
No. So basically, this Vikram person does. I don't think he works for Resolution, but Resolution's thing is great for on-premise, but this is particularly a cloud problem. So they just need the connect SSO to Azure AD documentation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I probably have bookmarked 1,000 times for when I was learning Guard.
Yeah, I would go through this documentation and maybe look at this.
Another friend of yours has some really good videos about connecting.
You know, it's always so hard to get good documentation, but I'm going to link him to this one because the other one, great plugin if you're on data center. Shout out to Resolution. But if you're on the cloud, that plugin won't work for you. Let's try. They already welcomed into the Atlassian community, so let's go with, was it Meet? Yes.
And Alex, you don't have a video?
Oh, Rodney's got a blog.
I usually don't have videos on these because every time I'm doing this is under non-disclosures, right? Like I don't have Atlassian Garden. It's kind of hard to set up when I don't have a company.
Yeah, because Sean said Rodney has a post, and then I just posted another link for Jimmy.
Okay, I'll link him in here.
He taught me.
I mean, I do have an entire ACP 520 study.
That is not what we're talking about, however.
The Jira guy. Is it in the private chat?
I put Jimmy's link in the private chat. I don't know if Sean had Rodney's.
No, I don't have it. Bob mentioned it in the YouTube chat.
All right.
Okay, let me go grab it from the YouTube chat. I need to find where Rodney's blog. Okay, so Rodney, the Jira guy. If only the Jira guy was on this.
I got it.
He's on the YouTube chat.
I know. So I'm like, if only he can link us to his own.
Oh, well, he may have fell back asleep. He's having
Oh wait, that was
problems with
2020.
his meds, I
Hang
guess.
on.
No, that's when the last time he did it was 2020. I like.
Okay.
Wait, did he update it? This is trippy. This post is from June 2020, but yet, oh no, it says cloud. I thought I totally read this as guard. My dyslexia got the C looking like a G, and I got the D.
And then the fact that it was on the 24th doesn't help like me get the year right. What were you saying, Sean?
Is that ASCII to art, Alaskan Cloud?
Yeah, it's just a little too much for my brain power at this late at night. I had a commute today into Orange County. Holy moly, my face is like all over the internet here.
Yes, it is.
I need a better picture.
You should definitely be distracted by that.
I'm doing a new course on Jira for marketers. We'll see how that one goes. It's a whole new experiment.
Oh yeah, I signed up for
that. What's up?
I worked in a marketing department and helped them start using Jira.
Oh, really? Well, then I'm going to send you my presentation when it's done.
So, yeah.
I got to figure it out still. Don't tell Atlassian. I got 2 weeks. Cannot log into Confluence. The existing user described Atlassian supports. The existing issue below described in Atlassian support is only half my problem. Login screen loops back to login screen with no error. The login screen repeatedly loops when attempting to log in as described. However, after closing out Confluence, restarting, it goes directly back to the second screen for selecting my Confluence portal.
Yeah, Sean beat you
look,
to this.
our very own Sean.
I don't remember answering this. How long would I answer this?
6 hours ago? How many beers have you had since 6 hours ago? All right. Have you tried different browsers? Wait, does this imply that he...
Is he at the same company the other person with the looping screen is at?
You know, right? Their admin just needs to go.
Maybe that's the problem.
Check our release team. The existing issue below described. Okay. I want to know, is this the first time that they've experienced this? Because
according to the bottom, it said yes, the first time.
It's the first time I experienced. No, but like, never mind. Let me rephrase. I want to. Have they been able to log in before? I'm assuming yes.
Yeah, I'm assuming yes.
Yeah.
It is possible that their company did like a Confluence cleanup of licenses, and now they just don't have a Confluence license.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this guy also doesn't say if he's cloud or data center.
Doesn't say anything. Unknown.
Mm-hmm.
It just Yeah, they might have just. It could be an auth policy. It could be a licensing problem. We just don't know. I'll let you guys go with this because y'all seem to have
Would
that one.
oh,
We only have
I
a few more
was
minutes. Let's pick your favorite one.
I was going to share a colorful story while you looked for our next
All right, share
one.
your colorful story while I look
That
something up.
guy's name was Carl Berger, which reminded me we just celebrated my uncle Carl Shake's birthday, and he worked at a place called Steak and Shake with literally his best friend was named Billy Berger. So Carl Shake and Billy Berger worked at Steak and Shake together, and it was awesome.
That is so appropriate.
There you go.
What movie? There's like a movie where like an actor or somebody has like their last name that fits exactly with their job title.
Oh, I don't know. It happens a lot.
Airplane.
What was his name? Stryker?
Yeah. What's a Vector? Victor.
What's your over-under?
You know what? Steak and Shake, now that you've taken us down this tangent, was a very interesting burger for me. I probably only had it like twice, but I just couldn't.
Many
Like,
of them left, right?
they're not in St. Louis anymore?
Most of them are closed. They went, unfortunately, very downhill.
Really? No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, it really is a heartbreaking thing for me to talk about, yes, because
No way.
it's so nostalgic. So there's very few left of them in town. But the question you had still is about somebody else's screen reloading a lot. It's an epidemic.
Now I gotta figure out where my Steak and Shake was.
Okay, the one out by you was decent still. Yeah, the one out in like St. Peter's area is decent still, right off of 64. And I say 64 biting my tongue.
Why don't I need to look up Steak and Shake? Steak. Okay, I can't spell steak. Steak and Shake. Is that one still there?
Yeah, that one's still there.
No, so I never went to the one on 64. On the 64. I always went to the one that was over here. Where the heck did I live? My house is like right here somewhere in this area. So I'm pretty sure there was a Steak and Shake over here on this side that I took my parents to.
It's probably gone.
What happened to all the Steak and Shakes?
I'm telling you, they went really downhill. You can buy a Steak and Shake franchise now for $10,000. So, if you and Lena are ready to move back to St. Louis and start your own business, come open up St. Louis's best Steak and Shake.
I'm pretty sure the Steak and Shake was in this general area here somewhere. I miss St. Louis. I'm moving back in a heartbeat.
I know.
Pretty sure it was this building. It was this building over here, I think, somewhere.
Yep, a lot of them are level ground now.
I haven't been back to St. Louis since 2020. Wow, we totally went on a big old tangent here, but
I know. I'm unfortunately good at leading you astray, and you are really good at going astray.
I am very sure.
Combination.
This was the Steak and Shake area right here.
Oh, that totally would have been it. Yeah, I'm telling you, they leveled them.
Yep, because now it's a car wash. I'm pretty sure that's where it was.
And now it's a Kink song. Sean, I don't know. Are you with me on a Kink song with "Come Dancing"?
Oh, Come Dancing.
And now there's a car park where the
yeah.
Now there's a car park where the blah blah used to stand. What's the blah blah?
See, I don't know how sad I am though, because I really only went to Steak and Shake like twice. I just couldn't get behind the concept that you flatten your. Like, I had a friend describe to me like, "What's a Steak and Shake?" Because I'd never heard of them before. Because In-N-Out, right? It's far superior burger. And my friend's like, imagine a burger patty and you smash it as flat as you possibly can make it.
And make it delicious.
Isn't that called smash burger now?
But they're really thin. Like I've seen smash burgers that are pretty thick. The smash burger has got crispy edges on it, and it's so fantastic.
Like, why would you have to describe it any more than another burger place that has shakes?
Well, there's also Freddy's. There are a lot.
Freddy's, yeah, there are a bunch of those out here.
Okay, if you know Freddy's, Steak and Shake, very, very similar.
End of an era. I can't believe this happened.
I know.
Hey, look, another course that I'm teaching. All the ads.
But have you written it?
This one's kind of written, mostly written.
Okay, the car park is where the palais used to stand. And that's because it's not a word like I use, PALAIS.
More of a
so I'm
British
guessing
word.
It's the dance hall.
Yeah.
I love the Kinks.
They're
By the way,
awesome.
anybody out there, go look up the Kinks. They're freaking awesome. Okay.
Yeah, one of my favorites. Yeah.
Oh, they're the best.
This is why
Oh
Sean
yeah,
helped me
because
with
Sean
this.
gets all my other British references, I
I
think,
don't get
right?
any of this stuff. I was born in the wrong era.
Oh, because Sean likes Red Dwarf. That's right. You're like you said Gelf and you explained it well, and I was so excited because I love Red Dwarf. It's the best. What are we
They
doing?
must have a
So
box
basically-
set or something coming out. I saw an ad for them the other day.
They do. I think they do have a new series.
Yeah.
So they have a problem where I think they're confusing the request types with forms, because they double check
Yeah.
that the request types are only exist once, but this is not a request type. This is the form.
No, right. So they're searching, and they actually have the form set up twice, maybe in two different or the request type set up in two different projects, and this isn't telling you what project it's in.
Yeah, let me answer with that.
Yeah.
This may or may not be happening for me right now. We're going through the process of I think we need to make these a little more unique. Okay, who's your favorite Red Dwarf character, Sean? It would be so hard to pick.
Oh. Now I remember the characters' names.
Okay, we're gonna
It's
go
either
through
the
Rimmer, Holly, and the cat. I'll keep it to those.
Yeah,
right?
it's the
and Crichton.
the
How
cat.
could I forget Crichton?
Is
Shame on
my
me.
favorite one.
Who?
No, Crichton's probably my least favorite one, but yeah, Crichton's just there so all the others can pick on him. Yeah.
Wait, every time you said a name, it blanked out, like they were listening to you, and they're like, "We're not going to let her know." So favorite is
the cat.
Cat. Yes,
Yeah,
that's
cat.
mine.
And
that's mine.
and Crichton's only there so everyone else has someone to pick on.
Oh, he's so good.
And we're officially entering jury duty after hours.
It's so good though. All right, but you solved 2, if not 3.
Technically 3. I think we got some good. These were hard today, but you win some, you lose some. Sean was at all of them. And almost all of them.
And countdown's on. 2 more.
Last one tomorrow. No. Just tomorrow.
Oh, there's only 14?
Yeah, there's only 14. I was on the hook for 15 videos, and I did 1 live stream as I was supposed to during the summer. And then I gave him 14 more videos. So
all right. Well, did you see today my catchphrase for today?
No, what's your catchphrase for today?
Over in the private chat. Look for today's little.
But the world's next revolution, check out your friends at Resolution. Before the world's next revolution, check out our friends at Resolution.
That means do it today.
Do it today. You already saw they have an SSO one for your data center folks, but for the cloud, they also have a lot of products. So make sure you check out those links down in the description so you can see all the amazing apps. Too bad you can't get this one of one jacket, but the t-shirts are definitely on sale. We're gonna try to get Sarah's shirt as well. So we'll talk to Bjorn. All right, folks. Special thanks to Resolution, and special thank you for the guy that doesn't own cats, that should own cats, and Sarah Wright for always being right.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.